Yes, this is Jonathan Nelson, and this is the Lionheart channel. And on this channel, I'm going to talk about, right now, being ghetto at the wrong places. Being ghetto at the wrong places. Now, before I get this video rolling, I'm not necessarily saying that being ghetto is a bad thing. Matter of fact, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that being a ghetto person is a bad thing. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, when you get in certain environments, you should just turn that behavior off. Like when you get in certain environments, you turn off various behavior. Ghetto behavior, for example. So for example, let's say you in a courtroom and you got a case. Matter of fact, it doesn't matter where you at in the courtroom, whether you be the jury or you're the guy, the defendant, or the accuser or whatever. It doesn't matter, the executioner. Being ghetto in a courtroom is very bad and stupid, if you ask me. I really do feel that way. You don't do that in a courtroom. No, that's the place where the law is taken seriously. Like, you don't do that there. For example, another place, a church. You don't do that in a church. No, not on holy ground, not the Lord's house. You don't do that there. That's not a place where you do that there. That's not a place where you be that there. Now, I know a lot of people might be thinking, well, I don't really exactly want to hide who I am. That's not necessarily hiding who you are. You're just turning that part of you off. And there's nothing wrong with that. You probably should, because that's the Lord's house. Not a ghetto house, not your house. It's the Lord's house. Another place where you definitely don't want to be ghetto at is on a job interview. You don't want to be ghetto as hell on a job interview. So let's say you roll up in there, ghetto as hell. You're wearing a Tupac t-shirt on. You wearing a fitted hat, earrings, baggy pants, is showing your drawers. Showing your drawers on a job interview. Do you actually think you're going to get that job by having that type of look? Let's say you walk up to the person, to the interviewer, and you say, hey, what's up, fam? Yeah, I'm a hard worker, and I should get this job because, I'm straight hardcore, and I'm G'd up, and, whatever, all, the ghetto stuff that everything that you shouldn't say that is ghetto on a job interview, basically is what I'm trying to say. Do you think you're going to get that job? I don't think you are. Basically what I'm trying to say is this. Being ghetto at the wrong places is just stupid and embarrassing to me. It is just flat out embarrassing to me. I remember when I got on the train coming from work, and these 4 or 5 girls was on this train, and they was loud as hell, and the stuff that they was talking about is the type of stuff that they should kept amongst themselves. The type of stuff that they was talking about, Jesus Christ, they flat out was embarrassing black people. At least to me they was. Like, you don't talk that way in front of people. I don't even think you should be talking that way in front of, in your own ghetto neighborhood, to be honest with you. But basically what I'm trying to say is this. Being ghetto is cool. That's all right and everything, but just don't do it at the wrong places. For example, those places I just said, a church, at a courtroom, a job interview, and I'm pretty sure people could come up with other places. You just don't do it, and you shouldn't do it. But that's just how I feel. You may feel different. I'm pretty sure there's people out there that's going to disagree with me, and that's cool. We all got our opinions. So, this is Jonathan Nelson, and this is the Lionheart channel. I'm out.